Hey guys, welcome back to BackPocketGameReviews. If you're new here, by the way, don't forget to drop a thumbs up. It's a giant middle finger to the haters button. And also, if you like the channel and the content, don't forget to click subscribe. Sometimes if you click that little bell too, it'll let you know when I actually upload videos. Crazy, right? So, some huge news today. Xbox announced the return of the Duke controller. It's huge because the controller is huge. The Duke controller is an original Xbox controller. Some of you are probably too young to remember the original Xbox, but the Duke controller was too big for me, personally, but a lot of people loved it. It felt really, if you have big hands, it feels really good in your hands. It was the original controller that actually released with the original Xbox, and then eventually Xbox released a smaller controller in Japan, which eventually became the standard controller because people in Japan absolutely hated the Duke. But you either love or you hate the Duke. It's as simple as that. I don't actually hate it. It's just a little big for me personally. Supposedly, it's going to have some kind of screen on it. I don't know what they were necessarily referring to with the screen. Maybe they're putting some kind of weird touch screen on it. I honestly don't know. I kind of hope that the Duke's return is corresponding with the announcement from back around E3, they stated they're going to bring original Xbox games over to the Xbox One. So I'm kind of hoping it has to do with that. For some of you who do have larger hands, though, you might actually like the Duke for just everyday gaming. I mean, it again is it's a pretty big controller if you haven't ever held the Duke. It's been called the Duke pretty much since its inception. That's just the way this controller has ran. I was a little shocked to see they're bringing it back. Apparently it's going to be wired, too, because I read something about a breakaway cable. So I don't really know. They were hoping, apparently, they said the final design's been approved by Microsoft, so they're tweaking some things about the Duke. They said the final design's been approved. Now they're casting the plastic, and next thing they're going to do is try to get it in consumers' hands. So you probably got a couple months before seeing it. I'm pretty sure you'll probably see it before the end of this year. But I just thought it was really interesting to see them redoing the Duke. Not that it was like, oh, this is a terrible idea. For people with larger hands, they're probably going to absolutely love the Duke. I know a lot of people who have bigger hands who will tell me that both controllers, PlayStation or Xbox, seem to be hard for them to use. Not the Duke. No one will have a hard time with the Duke. I mean, the Duke is a very overwhelmingly large controller. But it was also Xbox's very, very, very first controller ever. And it's essentially what laid the stepping stones for the Xbox One and Xbox 360 controllers, which to me are like the perfect feel of controller. I think PlayStation's is a bit too small in the hands, is how it feels. So, I mean, everyone's going to have a preference, too. It's not like everyone's going to like one controller. But if it's wired, I kind of wonder if I'll be able to use the Duke on, like, a PlayStation. That'd be pretty nice. So I prefer myself an Xbox controller. But I just thought that was very exciting news. At least interesting news, whether you found it exciting or not. I'm kind of curious to see how many people would actually pick up the Duke, or how many people are going to actually wind up obtaining and purchasing one of these, or how many people are honestly even excited to see the return of the Duke. So let me know in the comments down below if you're excited to see the return of the Duke. I'm really hoping this has to do with the original Xbox backwards compatibility too. So Lord willing, we can touch on some Xbox One original games we would like to see make the backwards compatibility list. Well guys, thanks for watching. Stick around, I'll have plenty more content coming for you, and we'll see you soon.